just sewed up these little guys that I finished like Wednesday I think, or Thursday. Doesn't matter. I sewed their body skirt heads. That counts as a good start. Feels productive to finish 2 even though you didn't crochet at all. This weekend is going to be one of those 24-hour crochet challenges, except I'm not going for 24 hours straight because quite frankly I think I would just fall asleep after like 16 to 18 hours, which is still a lot, which is not the challenge. So I'm doing 12 hours a day plus minus. If I want to do 13 today I'm allowed, doesn't matter. If I want to do 26 hours total that's also allowed, but don't count on it. Right, so got this little timer going on the laptop. I have no clue if that shows up, but it's going for me, so I know how long I've been doing stuff. It's paused right now because I'm not doing stuff. It took me 11 minutes to sew the boys together because I just woke up. It's barely 9 AM. I woke up around 8, but I also had to do some things. And I also have to go to the post office in a bit because it didn't open until 10. So I have about an hour to do stuff before then. I'm gonna probably turn this around until I need a pattern. What am I going to be making today? I have these parts here already for more gelatinous cubes. 5 in mint and 2 in pink. I have enough in mint to just make his butt and sew him together and decorate him a little bit. And for pink I need to make a few more. I could do that. I'm definitely making at least 1 little cthulhu, and I want to make a dragon. And some lovely person, I already forgot who because I was trying to sleep, suggested that I make a mimic. And I don't have any yarn of this type, like the soft fluffy type, that is nice for mimic colors. I could make a golden mimic, but that feels a little bit weird. But I could make one in cotton and have it be like a little dice box, dice bag, box, whatever. But I feel like I would want a little cardboard box in it then to keep it sturdy, so I'd have to look if I have a small enough box or I can find one while I'm at the store today. Yeah, but I'm gonna go for about an hour and then I'm gonna walk to the post office. I am dressed in the morning, which is uncommon. I'm not gonna count these guys as made during the challenge because I just sewed them up right now. But I am keeping them in the box, and in the box is also the little spider buddy because I haven't felt like putting him in the storage boxes yet. So he's just in the craft baskets. The baskets are disorganized. Normally finished projects go in one and materials in the other. It's not organized right now. Don't try to keep track of how much I made by the baskets. They're just here for everything not being on the table and couch and floor when we have a little kitty who likes to eat yarn. Right, Neo? You like to eat yarn. You're a little gremlin. Alright. Sorry about picking you up, baby. Don't eat the candle, please. We were about an hour 15 in, got this boy, sewed up the other boys. Then I went to drop off a package. Dropping off the package went great. Of course, I went into a store on the way back because why wouldn't I? So now we have this. And I have a new scented candle because why wouldn't I? There. Yeah. What I'm gonna do with this is I'm gonna use it on the knitting machine to make little Kirby beanies because I had that idea recently and I was just looking for pink yarn that would work on the machine and I'm hoping this works. I'm gonna test that later. First I'm gonna try and make the dragon. Yeah, it's nearly 11 AM right now. I'm just gonna put on a time lapse and see how long I go before I feel like I need it. Good morning. It's still morning. Yeah, okay, good. I finished the two little turtles. Oh, wait. I finished the two little turtles that I started last night. A regular one, full of plushies, and a strawberry one. And we're at 13 hours and 40 minutes, and it's currently 10:30. I'm gonna have a little snacky and then make something else, and I'm moving to the table so I have a better posture. Yeah, I'm gonna eat and then decide what I'm gonna make because I have no clue. They turned out cute though. Yeah. They're going into the bin. Hello, Neo. Hello. Are you EP? Yeah, me too. I'm also EP. Okay, hi. I just realized that for the last time lapse, the timer wasn't actually in frame, but that's mostly because I started out watching my lectures for this week. You can tell that I'm out of things to watch when I start watching my lectures on time. We're at 21 hours and 10 minutes at roughly 8:30 p.m. on Sunday. And I'm gonna call it quits here. Technically I could continue for another 3 hours just fine. But I have started feeling my wrist. Just now. After 21 hours I started feeling my wrist. Which proves that I've been very good about my stretches and wearing my compression gloves whenever possible. I can't actually crochet while wearing my compression gloves because it feels weird. So I'll wear them to bed and while going to the store for dinner and while cooking. And during my food breaks. Yeah, no, but when I start feeling my wrist, that means I stop for the day because I need to do this basically every day. And I don't think it's worth triggering my carpal tunnel to do a little challenge like this. And I think 21 hours in 2 days is very impressive. I also did like 8-ish hours on Friday, so I did more than 24 hours over the whole weekend. I consider this a win. Technically I could be cranking out more beanies on the knitting machine, but that feels very You know, I can do that left-handed, so I could do that for another 3 hours, but I don't want to do that for another 3 hours. Yeah, so I'm gonna show what we got this weekend. I think I've been very productive. I am very happy with this. I'm gonna finish these tomorrow and probably also on Tuesday because tomorrow I have to work on a scarf as well. I should have technically worked on that today, but I wanted to work mostly on plushies for this challenge because the scarf makes my wrist act up even faster. Because it's thicker yarn, 10mm hook. I don't like a 10mm hook, it hurts. So I thought that might be counterproductive because it would make my hand hurt faster. Right, okay, what do we have? We have this little guy. I messed up on his feet somewhere, I don't know how. I'm gonna look into that when I make more of him. I'm definitely making more of him, even though it takes forever. And I did not really enjoy the process much. But I think if I just batch a couple of him, like how I am doing this, right? I made all the heads first, and I'm making the ears, and I'm making the little arms, and then a single leg on all the colors, and then the second leg attach the body, sew everything together and move to the next color. Assembly line style. I think if I batch the dragon and I just make like, on the first day I make like 5 heads, and then the next I make 5 bodies, and then all of the leggies and all of the tails, and I just spread that out over a couple days, I think it would be a lot better. Especially since this pattern was really confusing, but I noticed on the little wing sections that as soon as I did it like twice, it stopped being confusing. So I think this is a really good one to make many at the same time, but not one go like I did. I have to make it in one go at least once to know how to make it for assembly line style. So that was good. Good that I did this. Very happy with him. Hopefully the next ones will be even better. We have him. Neo, can you watch him? Thank you, baby. Putting this yarn in the basket, so I won't leave it there. Don't want Neo to eat yarn. This is no longer attached to an ear. Okay. 1, 2, 3 beanies that I am attaching Kirby faces to. I'm doing that when my better fabric glue arrives. Tomorrow, question mark? I hope tomorrow, because then I'll have these done. I'm definitely keeping one of these myself. I might gift one of them too, because I know quite a few people that really like Kirby. Yeah, 3 of these. And I've got the leftover partial skeins from the thing, and then three full skeins in the Kirby bag. Kirby bag by Sonnemanda. Yes, good small business, good bag. I like this bag. I think it's fitting that the Kirby yarn is in the Kirby bag. 3 Kirby beanies. There you go, Neo. You're being built in. I'm grabbing my warm seal because it's cold in here. He has like the hot water in him. He's a good boy. I'm very happy with him. Big cthulhu doesn't count. I just attached his head. Yellow cthulhu, tiny, doesn't count. I just attached his head. Green cthulhu I made in the morning yesterday, so he does count on the pile. Then I have 2 little turtles, a regular one with plushie and the strawberry turtle. I really like this strawberry turtle. Next time I'm gonna make the little seeds, heart-shaped seeds that I did, more spread out, and I think in yellow instead of white. I think that would be nice. And I might give him plushies too. These are super cute. I love little turtles. I need to look into sizing them up. So I have big turtles, turtles. I have the little Christmas tree spider. Right, Friday I made this guy. He doesn't count for a challenge, but I made this on Friday and I sewed his spine crooked. But I really like the idea of big spider, but for the market prep, I want to have smaller things too, because this guy would be super expensive, right? Because he uses multiple of the big eyes. All of his leggies are 2 separate parts, lots of sewing, lots of yarn, more than a full skein of yarn. So he would be pricey, and because markets you do better with less expensive stuff, I was trying to figure out how to make a smaller spider. I really like the way the eyes look. I know it doesn't show up very well, but it's I don't know what the sizes of those are. I have 2 sizes for like the small plushies, big and small. Has the big ones in the center where you would normally put eyes, and then 3 small ones surrounding it. I like the Christmas tree butt. It is mostly how I imagined it, except this is a little bit crooked. I'm not happy with the legs. The legs are just little chains with slip stitches and then sewn in. I think I can make it no-sew and it would be better, and it might even work with just bubble stitches, so he has really short legs. I'm gonna experiment with that this week. I'm gonna hopefully release this as a pattern, because spider, Christmas tree, Christmas pattern, you know, and spider. For the regular version, I'm gonna make his butt less pointy and just be round, and then keep the rest the same. So I think I would release it as the regular spider and then a Christmas tree with being the add-on to the pattern. Yeah, him. And then, stroke of genius, I started freehanding a goblin because I couldn't find any goblin patterns that I liked. All of them were either Baby Yoda, which, no hate for Baby Yoda, but that's not what I'm looking for. Or like really big, which I can't bring that to a market. Or just kinda like the realistic ugly looking goblins, like the way they're supposed to look. The patterns are really well done, but it's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a little cute guy that looks like the fucking Peggle guy from the game where you are a goblin shooting the Peggle game. That guy, I'm gonna edit in a picture of him because he's a cutie. So I made the big ears, they're pointy. He has little arms and leggies instead of being a ball like the Cthulhu, which is what I usually do. I don't really like making arms and legs for creatures because it's tiny. So usually I make them just a ball, which works really well for the Cthulhu because his tentacles cover that up anyway. Oh, Neon, sorry. But I wanted him to have actual limbs, and he does. And he has a little nose, and he has little pants that aren't actually pants because his butt is fully exposed. It's just a little cloth to cover his front because otherwise he looked very naked. And he's allowed to be naked because he's a little creature, but I didn't like it that he was naked. So that's everything that's finished. And then we have 3 heads with the eyes already attached, no noses. Sew in the nose later. And then we have 5 ears, 2 of the light green, 2 of the dark green, 1 mossy green. And while I was making this, my wrist started acting up, so I'm listening to my wrists and not doing that. I wish I listened to that back when I was playing Osu, because that would make my problems a lot less existent. But yeah, good haul for 2 days. Especially this guy. That guy took forever. I think if I just made like more turtles or goblins, if I made that earlier, maybe, I would have had like a huge stack, or just churning out beanies. I think if I churned out beanies for 2 whole days, I would have like, what, 25? Because they take less than an hour, I think. Yeah, pretty sure. So this guy definitely took the most time. I feel like I would have had more to show if I hadn't made him. But I do think he is absolutely epic. So, good use of my time. Everyone goes into the bin. These also in the bin. And then it's almost full again already. Like, I literally just had a shop update. Did I explain the bin system? I don't remember if I did. I'm gonna do it anyway. I have 1 bin with yarn, the black bin. And in the white bin goes the finished lads. And when the bin is full, I do a shop update. And now this is not packed super tightly, like there's gaps in here that I would usually fill because I don't really like filling in products because it takes a while. But when the bin is full, I do an update, and it's like I let it get a little mountain on it, but this is already almost full. I did a shop update on Thursday. So my Friday to Sunday weekend, very productive. I really see the appeal of the 24-hour challenges. I think they're fun. Also to watch. The problem is that I basically do this anyway. Like I once, not for a video, before I decided that recording things might be good for keeping track of stuff, I tracked the time I crocheted in a week, and it averaged out to 8 hours a day, which I think is plenty because I'm also a student and do a regular job and stuff like that. So that's a lot. I'm surprised my wrist doesn't hurt more. I am really good at wearing my compression gloves and stuff like that. So I don't know if I'll be doing this again in the strict timing sense. I really prefer the version I did last time, where it's just how much can I get done today? Because that's usually how I just do my days. Like, oh, how much can I get done before I get tired, or before my wrist hurts, or before I don't feel like doing things anymore, because you don't have to always be doing things when you don't feel like doing things. Maybe I just want to play a game instead, that's also cool. Definitely going to do more like full weekend of doing stuff, and then less with timing it and more with just like showing the results at the end. This did make sure I spent less time on my phone, because normally my phone time is in like 6 hours per day. The actual time on my little timer for today shows 2 hours, which is very little for me. Yesterday it said 6 hours, but that was also because I had the pattern for the dragon open on my phone. So my time tracking on my phone is not accurate at all. Yeah. I'm gonna make a pattern for the spider, like improve it. I wrote down a pattern for the goblin. I don't need to improve it, he's perfect, I love him. I am going to type that out, make it look neat, maybe do a tutorial for that, but first I'm going to send it out to some people and see if they also get a cute little guy, or if I need to fix it up more. But yeah, I'm gonna work on that more tomorrow. I have classes tomorrow, but I usually bring something to class, so I might bring just one goblin and see how that goes. And I'll probably do another challenge next weekend, because I have quite an empty weekend then too. I like having empty weekends. I like doing a little challenge on a weekend. That's fun. But I'm gonna go put on my braces and go to bed. Neo baby, you also want to say bye? Come here. I'm allowed to do this because you were a little chicken thief, so I'm allowed to wake you up from your little nap. Neo says bye.